Hi guys, really impressed with the quality of the energy that you brought to your presentations last night, and really looking for you to sort of just keep ramping up that energy that you actually bring. Um, think back to what Polly was saying there last night. You only get that one opportunity at the very beginning to capture their attention. Then we want to create some desire, and then we want them to actually want to buy this thing. All right. So you need to have that impact at the front so that we're with you from the very word go. Just make sure that your presentation covers all the things. So when we assess this, we're going to be wanting to tick all the boxes. Have you told us exactly what it is that you're in the market for? Have you told us exactly who you're actually targeting this to? Specifically who, not everybody, but exactly who. Have you told us what the compelling reason is why somebody's going to want this, why they're going to need this thing? Have you told us how you're going to prevent other people from being able to jump into your space for either some form of IP or more likely some form of blocking strategy? And lastly, have you told us what sort of strategy that you think you might use to actually get into the marketplace, and what sort of structure you're going to have as a vehicle to actually drive this thing forward? Okay, so make sure that you actually nail those things and that you keep it as concise and as interactive and as engaging as you can. What I want you to do, though, is I want you to take that energy and involvement and step outside the group confidence and that you've got, and transfer it in to your ability to discuss the business plan. As I say, you can just sit there and say, okay, look, I'm happy to cop 50% for this. It's going to be if you look at the assessment structure for the unit, it's very difficult for you to actually get a HD in this unit if you're not prepared to put your hand up and contribute to the business case. I know we didn't really get to run through that in any great detail last night, but what you should be able to see is the room is a very open room and very friendly room for you, and really just looking for your comments and your feelings in relation to the business plan that we're going to be discussing. So by all means, and it may help you to actually use your group structure to discuss the business plan, so maybe make that a part of what you're doing. We're still looking for you to do the same thing, but this time I want you to ask the questions. All right, you've got a plan, this case sales maker. I want you to ask the questions. Okay, what actually is it that they're selling? Who are they selling to? Is there a compelling reason that's in here? What type of IP protection have they got, or blocking strategies are they looking at using? Is there some sort of to market strategy these guys are using, and what sort of structure are they taking with them? Make sure that you're really familiar with that, so that when we sit down and we debate this and try and make sense of it, you can be a participant. Okay? If you want to get that mark heading up, you need to be a participant. Okay? That's very important. Lastly, well, obviously, the email that's about to come out to you this morning will have some of the readings in it. If you have missed them from the first week, you didn't collect them, so they're there. I'll try and bring some more copies along, or if you need me to print out a copy for you, let me know before next Tuesday. But I think, on reflection, when I drove away last night, that was the first time that Polly and I have had a chance to be in the classroom together, and I was really happy. I thought it went really well. She has got an amazing experience that she can bring to the class, and she's very comfortable, clearly, just to sort of just be discussing things from here and things from there at any one time. It doesn't need to be rehearsed. This is a real potential benefit for you guys, and my challenge to you is, with someone of Polly's quality in the room who's so open and willing to discuss things with you, my challenge to you guys is for you to take advantage of her, and myself. If you want to sit and listen, okay, we can tell you a few things from here, but you're going to get a lot more out of Polly and myself by putting their hand up and saying, hey, but what about this and what about that? All right? You can see that we're not covering this huge territory, where we sort of, okay, we've done this thing, now we're going to move on to this, now we're going to move on to that. Your challenge is to start really thinking about those questions. What are we selling to whom? Is there a compelling reason? Is there IP? Are we blocking? What sort of strategy and structure? That's it. That's all we're doing. Okay? So look around the world. Look at the things that you're actually looking at. Look at new products when you see them advertised in the newspaper, and start asking yourself those questions. And when you come back to the classroom of us, and something's bugging you, think, I can't make sense of this. I can't work out how this thing is succeeding. Ask us the question. and bring those examples in and say, hey Polly, what do you think? Hey Cole, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? That's the sort of discussion. We want it to be free and easy. We don't want it to be us at the front delivering to you guys. We want us at wherever in the room helping you guys to make sense of this process and to develop this little mindset. So, but I was really pleased with the energy that you brought for the presentations, and I think the challenge for you now is to sort of allow yourself to have that energy and confidence in acting as an individual in the business plan discussions, and to also think about items and issues that you might want to raise when we're having those discussions. Okay. The next topic that we're going to be thinking about is raising capital. Polly certainly got plenty of interesting things to share with us there. So looking forward to seeing you all again next Tuesday. Any problems, any hassles, just contact myself or Polly. Our emails are there on the front of the unit outline. Talk to you soon.